Okay, this is our problem-solving activity that we're also going to be using letters for. It's called Creative Calligraphy, and it's a little different, but you're going to need your paper, a pencil. You're going to need also colored pencils, maybe an ink pen. The art of designing letters is called calligraphy, and we just did alien calligraphy. We just did cursive writing, all in the letters and designing with letters. We're going to take adjectives, and those are words that tell which kind of, how many. Instead of writing these words the usual way, we're going to draw the words so that they look like the meaning. Like this word knotted actually looks like rope, and as you can see, there are knots where the different strings or ropes are tied together. So it's a very descriptive font or alphabet. You're going to do the same thing with nouns, and you can use any of these nouns that are on the paper. You just can't copy knotted, and you can't copy trees. You can't just go and do this the same. You have to come up with your own original artwork. But if you wanted to use nails, worm, city, or furniture, you could use those words. If you wanted to use sticky, drippy, or crumbly, you can use those words. So the very first thing is on page 2 are the directions how to do the assignment. You're going to make a list of words and try to draw pictures of their meanings. For example, things that are sticky, glue, honey, gum, thorns, actual sticks. Those are all examples of things that could be pictures that you could draw of sticky. Honeybees and honey and the honey dripping off, that could be sticky if it's in the wrong place. Glue or tape, things that are sticky. And also thinking of things that might stick you, like thorns or actual sticks. So any of those that create a picture in your mind, try to draw that picture on your sketch paper. And then see if you can't design letters that look like that, like the picture, so that their meaning is visual and not just symbolic because of the way we recognize letters. You can use the words given in a handout, or you can use words that are similar. Like if instead of using worm, you'd use snake or caterpillar. So all similar shapes, but they're going to be drawn differently. They're going to look differently when they're finished. This is an example of how the finished product is laid out. So if I was to show you a finished product with 3 adjectives, this would be an example. You see the layout is 1/3 of the paper, 1/3 of the paper, 1/3 of the paper is laid out with the artwork. And that's what this is supposed to show you, is how to lay out your artwork. You don't see 2 going this way and 1 going up and down, or 2 going vertically. They're all horizontally across the paper like this, but they'd be pictures. Do the same for 3 nouns. You're going to do 3 nouns. Here's an example of a student's artwork. They did 3 nouns. There's the word ribbon, and the ribbon looks like it's made out of ribbons. You can see the little tips and the points. They could have done a little bit more by making the ribbons a little bit wider, maybe putting some value in the areas where they overlap and shadows are cast, but pretty much everybody would recognize that as ribbons. Cactus is the same way. Even the word ruler. Even if you didn't speak English, this is regla in Spanish, but if you knew what a ruler looked like and you saw this, you'd probably be able to figure it out. So that's how that part of the assignment looks. Then you have to come up with a large noun and a large adjective. These words can't be found on the original handout. So you can't use nails, worm, city, furniture, drippy, sticky, crumbly, ice, hot. You can't use any word that's on the handout. You got to come up with your own word, like bones here. They came up with their own word, bones, for a noun. They came up with their own word, hot, for an adjective. So you got to come up with your own stuff. You can't use things that you're seeing. So start off with your sketch paper, drawing some shapes. And, say, okay, well, I can draw a raindrop. I can draw water drops. I can draw butterflies. So think about, words and shapes and things that you can draw, and maybe you can make the letters look like those symbols. So it all starts off with sketching. Start off with sketch paper. Try to get your ideas down on paper. Maybe you start off with a word. Maybe you're going to do caterpillars, and you draw caterpillar out, and then you start turning these into what you think are caterpillar shapes. That might be a way that you would draw in caterpillar, and you'd put their little antennas and your little eyes and design each one like a caterpillar. That might be a way to go about it. But it all starts off on sketch paper, coming up with ideas. There is 4 pages of artwork. You have a large noun that you have to do. You have a large adjective that you have to do. You have 3 small nouns that you have to do, and you have to have 3 small adjectives you have to do. So a total of 4 pieces of paper for 1 grade. Have fun. Thank you very much.